Okay, a little disclaimer. My builds are mostly simple and pretty basic, so if you're looking for a pro build, I suggest you move elsewhere because I'm not a pro Warframe player. I just build based on whatever works. So here we go. Hello, welcome to the video, and yeah, our weapon today is the Zylok, a pretty basic pistol. Well, not really basic. It's a pretty unique trigger, but other than that, it's a basic pistol. So yeah, let's have a look at the stats. By the way, this build is for Forma, so pretty cheap. But if you don't agree with my builds, it's fine. Like I said, I'm not the pro, so everyone is entitled to their own opinions. I'm not going to argue. Accuracy of the weapon, it's a bit of a medium. It's a 50-50. Critical chance is low, sadly. Critical multiplier is the only redeeming quality. Fire rate is 1.50 because this trigger, it's unique. If you hold it once, it will shoot one pistol. If you let go, it shoots another. But if you click it, it shoots two shots. I'll show you later. Reload is fast. The status is pretty good on this weapon. Pretty decent. And the damage is pretty evenly distributed, but it mostly does slash damage. Now the stat itself doesn't look impressive, but I don't know. I'll let you be the judge of this weapon. So how does it fire? If I hold it, it shoots one shot. If I let go, another shot. But if I shoot once, it shoots two. Basically a small version of the Sybaris or the Sybaris Prime or the Dex Sybaris. So we'll test this weapon on, well, one of the toughest enemies, which would be the corrupted heavy gunners. Yes, there are stronger enemies, but for now we'll just use these girls as a sample. What makes them so strong or tough is the armor they have. So here we go. So yeah, accuracy is pretty decent, and if you're close, it's pretty good too. And as from you can see, the status is pretty much instant, so that's very good. That's always good for a weapon. Now, we'll go to the standard build. Standard builds, basically mods that are easy to acquire and cheap to level up. So, yeah, here we go. First off, we have Hornet Strike, which is mandatory for every secondary weapon. It gives 220% secondary damage. Next, we have the 60-60 mods right here. Pistol Pestilence, Jolt, and Frostbite. This one gives Toxin, Electricity, and Ice damage, each with 60% of everything. That's why there's 60-60 mods, giving us a grand total of 72.8%, which is very good if you want instant element. And since I arranged them in this order, you get corrosive damage, which is very good against armored units. But be careful. If you use this against enemies with no armor, you will do less damage. So be careful. Next we have Barrel Diffusion, which gives us more multi-shot, and Lethal Torrent, which gives us fire rate and more multi-shot. Multi-shot gives you more status chance. So yeah, more good stuff. Target Cracker, critical damage, because like I said, the crit damage is the only good part about this weapon. Besides the status, sorry. Next is Augur Pact, just because. Because more damage. Now, let's test it out. Keep in mind, I forgot to mention, that this weapon has quite the recoil if you keep firing, so be careful. Well, the slash will take care of it if you... Okay. Now I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look that impressive. But keep in mind, those guys are level 140. Pretty much the max level I can reach in this training room for now. So that means more armor and more health. And I'm not using my Warframe powers, so there's that. But you can pretty much tell that this weapon here is not meant for end game. So be warned. But against lower leveled enemies, yeah, I can see you using it. If you don't want the status, you can always put, let me just, convulsion, oh sorry, pathogen rounds, which gives you more elemental damage, which is always good, in my opinion. You can also remove this and put another, and put the status mod back. Let me just do that. You lose some damage sadly, but you get your status back. So it's pretty much up to you. Now I'm gonna test this against live enemies. And I won't put invincibility. Why? Because I want to show how effective the weapon is in getting rid of the enemies. And it makes the video more interesting, so here we go. Plus, if they're standing still, you get additional damage, which is not good. Oh, it's paused. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, let me just try again. Kill that one, then unpause. Let me show you how effective it is. If it sucks, it sucks. Okay. Despite my horrible aim, the pistol is not exactly impressive. Even I admit. But like I said, this pistol is not really meant for endgame, and I'm probably gonna sell this weapon soon, but whatever. Next we move on to a viral build. Now, unlike corrosive damage, viral damage attacks the health of the enemy directly. Regardless of armor or stats, it will attack the health of the enemy. Now, usually, the best enemies to use that against would be the Corpus. Because the Corpus, they don't have armor, but they do have shields. But shields cannot protect you against poison damage, which is very important to know. And ironically, this weapon is pretty good against them. But against the corrupted, I don't recommend it. Okay, then they're dead. But make no mistake, the Corpus are not weak. They're very strong because they have very unique weapons. They have robots, they have lasers, they have everything to fight against the Corpus, to fight against the Tenno and against the Grineers. So yeah, they're pretty tough. Next, we have the expensive build. Expensive builds are basically mods that are rare and more expensive to level up. So yeah, here we go. Nothing much change apart from... Actually, this is the only change right here. Prime Target Cracker. Now this mod gives you 110% critical damage. It can be acquired from Baro Ki'Teer. But in case you're still confused, the weapon stats, and the key mods used will be in the description as always. That way, you can have a better look and you will know where to get these mods. So, let's move on. Of course, we go live. Oh, wrong enemy. I was on corrosive. Let's see if I don't die. Hopefully. There we go. And surprisingly, I didn't die, so that's a bonus. Next we go to the viral builds, right here. I'm sure there are better ways to build this weapon, but like I said, I'm only doing a basic build. I mean, my builds are mostly basic, and I just do what I feel works. So yeah. There we go. Well, obviously when you have headshots, it gives you bonus damage. But if you want more damage, you can put Magnum Force, but careful with the accuracy. Like I said, it's a bit of a 50-50, so be careful with that. You can put hydraulic crosshairs, but the critical chance is already low. So I don't know. I don't really use it because the critical chance is low. If it were higher, I would, but it's not. So yeah. And I believe this would be the best place to end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm sorry if the weapon is not that grand, but it's the best I can do. So hopefully I have something more interesting in the next episode, but until then, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're interested. It really helps the channel out. And as usual, I'll see you in the next episode.